Hello, guys. Okay, I want to talk about finding your niche today. I've had a lot of students, they come to ask me, those that are in school, those that are still out of fashion school. There's this several questions that always come up. How do I know my strength? How do I know my niche? Is a question I constantly get, and I want to treat that issue right now. Okay, so what's a niche? It's just, in simple terms, it's just your area of strength, your area of expertise, that area that you have an advantage over, that you can do without batting an eyelid. You hear about it, you are happy. That is your niche. And how do you find it? You have to sit down, ask yourself some genuine questions. What is that area in fashion designing that appeals to me? Because in the fashion industry, there's a lot of troubles, a lot of issues, and you don't have that strength to drive through your passion. Trust me, it's going to collapse. You're going to ask yourself, did I ever wanted to do this fashion designing because there are issues? So knowing your passion, knowing your niche in fashion designing, it will help you go through and go in ranks. Just make you grow in ranks in the fashion business. All right, so there are several niches I'm going to talk about. All right, we have the women's wear, where it's sold exclusively for women. And this can actually further branch out into the petite size, the plus size, right? So the moments where you can say, okay, I want to make for the plus size, and you know how that is for you, is an advantage, and you can take up that area. Then you can actually take another, a second one is the menswear, where you make clothing for men. It can be ready to wear, it can be bespoke. Okay, then the next is the fashion for kids. Yes, you can actually make this a niche as well. Out of every other area, you can say, okay, this area I find joy in making dresses, in making clothes for kids, and this is a niche. The fourth point is the fashion consultancy. This actually requires you being in your experience, you've been in the field for a long time, and you can actually take people and explain to them what, like giving them a roadmap on this fashion business. So consultancy is reserved for those with great experience. Then you have the fashion illustration, you have the skill for drawing. You can actually carve out a niche in this area. You draw, you make what's it called, illustrations for fashion houses. You can make creations that can be interpreted and sewn out, and that's a niche as well. The other area is fashion advertising. You can say, okay, I don't want to do into the sewing and all that. I just want to go into advertising for fashion houses, for fashion blogs, and all that. And here you need your digital marketing skills for fashion advertising. So this is an area in fashion designing as well. All right. Then we have another area for ready to wear. You can decide to make pattern pieces, either for men, for women, for children. And you can still vary, like, okay, if you're making for men, you want to make for maybe this age from say 18 to 40 years. You can say you want to make just working with a particular kind of fabric, like maybe you want to work with just ashoke. I'm just giving an example. So that can be your niche as well. So niche, you have to see that because it will give you an edge. It will make you want to be focused on what you're doing, because you really sure need it. So a lot of people, when they ask me, okay, I'm done with my fashion school, what's next? What do I do? You should be able to convert your skill, what you have learned, into economic value, because more often than not, the students, they come around, they learn, and they want to get on with their businesses. So they need to be put through. They need that roadmap to go through and on what to do. So this niche helps you have a defining time out of the several businesses in fashion designing. Another niche I'm going to talk about is fashion journalism. In this area, you go into, it's all about online right now. You put your articles out there, like a blog, a YouTube channel. You talk about how to pair pieces, fashion pieces, from dresses to shoes to bag, matching of colors. That's fashion journalism, talking about the trending happenings in the fashion industry. Okay, so that's an area as well, understanding and knowing your niche. Another area I'm going to talk about is fashion photography, Of course, in this area, you need that photography skill because you can't just do like that. You must hone your skill when it comes to carving out a niche for yourself and standing out. So with the fashion photography, you sure need that skill. So that is another niche. Okay, the another area is the fashion school or fashion academy or the apprenticeship system. Here, you want to train people, you want to train groups, in a vocational in training, let make people have the skill of fashion designing. Okay, so it can be in the area for men, women, kids, or it can be for costumes, for ready to wear, and all that. And one thing I want you to know about creating your niche is that it's a process. It doesn't just happen overnight. For you to be very good in your niche, in your area, is a process, and you have to be intentional about it. So it's not just something that you just wake up and you want to just go ahead and just do it haphazard. No, it doesn't work that way. You must take your time to study. You must take your time to go through the process. You must take the time to understand the changes that are happening and redefine sharpening your skill. It is very, very important. So there's an acronym I have created in making your niche very unique, and this acronym is FICS. FICS. So F is for you have to be focused. That is the number one thing. You must be focused on your niche. You're doing a particular area. Focus is inevitable. You must be focused. So in a pool of several businesses under fashion designing, you have to be focused. Don't be distracted. Don't say, okay, you're making competition on areas that don't concern you. You have to be focused. It is very important. That's for F. Then the acronym I, you have to be intentional. So it simply means every day you have to make changes, improvements in honing your skills. It is very important. These areas of niche that I have just listed out, you must be intentional. Every day you have to say, okay, what do I do to get better here? What skill do I need to take to make me better, to sharpen my skill? You have to take intentional decisions. You have to read book. You have to get a mentor, uh, to someone that can give you, a drive in the path. Then you have to be, maybe take some classes more. Of course, learning never stop. We just keep learning and building on the existing knowledge that we know so that we can be better. So that is about intentionality. Then for C, you have to be consistent. There's no way you want to be outstanding in your skill and you're not consistent in it. It is not possible. You can't just say, oh, let me do this. Oh, it's not working out and you stop. It is not possible. When you hear stories of people that are, that are doing well, people that are great, that are big, it is a process. They didn't just do it for one day or one year. They didn't do it for 2 years, for 5 years. They just kept at. Even when you fall, you have to rise and just keep going, keep getting at it. It's like pushing your head through the ticket, through the bush, to make sure that you come out, strong. So that is about consistency. Even when it looks like there's no road here, you are still telling yourself, I just have to find a way to to get on with this area, nothing is stopping me. You have to be consistent. All right. Then for the acronym for S, you have to be strategic. You have to be what? Strategic. You need to know your target market and who you're serving. You're not serving everybody. You have to be what? Very strategic. um that goes in line with intentionality as well. So you should understand that niche takes a process. Sometimes you can actually fine tune your area of strength. You can say, okay, I want to go into ready to wear for the petite size women. All right. So you can decide, okay, it looks like my environment has more of the plus size. You can as well still, delve by the knowledge you have for the petite size, just for you to divert or move to the other side for plus women, and you begin to make financial gains from this area. You should also know that when it comes to niche, it's not just you can do related product as well. You should understand that you can do bespoke tailoring. That's the made to measure. You make clothing for your clients, you take their measure, make unique measurement for them, and you can as well undertake training, whereby you train people because it's an added advantage. You need to, increase and improve on your income. It's very important. But there's one thing about niche: people trust you. They just trust you. Okay, I want a dinner wear, and I'm going to Lamirah. couture. I know she will deliver. That is her area of strength. I know. I'm coming to Lamirah Fashion School. They are very good from their reviews. They are really good, and I can trust that I am in safe hands. So that's what niche does to you. Just give people confidence to trust in your skill, and once that trust is developed, loyalty comes in, and before you know it, business start rolling in. All right. Thank you so much.